Hey everybody, my name is Michelle and I am going to take you on a journey from Clark County, Indiana across the Lewis and Clark Bridge across the Ohio River into Jefferson County, Kentucky. And if you just want to see the bridge and you want to skip this whole driving there, you can go to minute 5.5 to see it going to Kentucky, and then I drive back to Indiana at minute 12, so you can just see the bridge then. But I wanted to leave this video in here because this area is developing so much. So today is August the 23rd of 2017, and I actually filmed this on December 23rd of 2016. So 8 months ago. Um, and a lot has changed since then because this whole area is developing so much because of um, the bridge, number one, and the fact that up in Charlestown, north of here, we're in Jeffersonville, Indiana, and this part right here. Um, the U.S. government sold the Indiana Army Ammunition Plant property. And so there's so much development and factories and, well, warehouses mostly going in up there. So this video actually started back on Allison Lane where it intersected Highway 62. So this is Highway 62 going north. And, there's all kinds of development going on, um, shopping complexes and stuff that they're working on putting in this area here. So this is the beginning right up here where that bridge is 265, Interstate 265, and that's the double roundabout that they put in to eliminate traffic lights at this intersection. And I have a video driving through that around the roundabout there. You can go watch that video. So we're just getting on to Interstate 265 and heading east towards the Ohio River. That exit right there takes you to Port Road. And on the other side of this is pretty much where that was the end of 265 until they started building the bridge and they needed to expand um, the road around. And this is the section of road that was always missing on 265 from looping all the way around in Clark and Floyd County, Indiana, down into Louisville and back around. They never completed it and put this bridge in. Um, yeah, so up here where they had to actually bust through a neighborhood and they tore down houses. But, they built those houses knowing this road was coming through one day. So there's the sign saying last exit coming up before the toll, and then the toll sign there saying the rates. Now it costs $4 to drive across this bridge one way if you don't have special discounts because of frequent driving program. Um, yeah, so when we crossed the bridge on December 23rd, it still was not being tolled at that point. They opened the bridge on December the 18th of 2016. So right there you can see the houses and the road that ended because it used to come across where this road exists now. And so now they created a dead end road there and chopped out houses. Had to cut the uh, hill down there too. Um, Yeah, and then they began tolling the road on December the 30th of 2016. So they had it open for a little while there. Um, and we took this trip. It's the only time I've been to the bridge. Um, when we went and drove. I was driving and my man was with me. Yeah. So the road swings around. They kind of had to swing it around and then come back south almost because of the way the river is right here and how they had to line you up with the bridge. So it makes a big swing around, but the bridge is going to be right around the corner up here. Um, Utica is just to the south of this, the bridge. Utica's a little town, which is actually becoming part of Jeffersonville, but it's its own little town on the Ohio River. And Charlestown's to the north. So there's the bridge, and it's a really good looking bridge. There is a walkway on it. I don't know how to get there. I've never tried. So I don't know where, there isn't like a park or anything. Um, but once we get over the Ohio River, it technically becomes Kentucky. They manage the river. So here we are. Lewis and Clark Bridge, of course, named after the famous men who did the expedition out west. They started down in Jeffersonville at the falls of the Ohio. Everything's named Lewis and Clark around here. So getting into Kentucky here, and there is a road down there. Harrods Creek comes into the Ohio River right here, and Upper River Road is down there. And when we get up here, there's tunnels that they put in. They blasted through the mountain. There was a lot of debate, and it held up the project for a while to protect the wildlife in this area. And so the compromise was to put tunnels in. And so we're going to drive through the tunnels here. Now in Kentucky, Interstate 265, that's what we call it in Indiana. It's actually Highway 841 in Kentucky. So here's the tunnels. And Louisville actually has another set of tunnels. On one of the other interstates. So, yeah, we'll come out on the other side. Highway 42 goes over top of the tunnel, and then that's the ramp. We'll see it, the on-ramp there that's going over when I turn around and come back the other direction. So basically, when I get up here, I get off on exit, the exit to Highway 71, going west into Louisville. Louisville's to the west of this bridge. And yep, so there's, I've already turned around now, and then I'm just gonna get down here to the on-ramp back onto 265 or Highway 841. But the sign up there says it's going to be a toll bridge, and I wanted to have that in the video. So we, me and my man, we went to, when they opened up the other bridge, they built two bridges in conjunction with each other here. Interstate 65, which goes from Indianapolis down Louisville. It's the big interstate going north and south. The northbound bridge is a new bridge, and it's called Abraham Lincoln Bridge. The old southbound, well, the old Interstate 65 bridge, it's called the Kennedy Bridge. That's completely southbound I-65. The new Lincoln Bridge is northbound, and I've made a video driving over that. You can see that one too. And we actually went there when they had the opening ceremonies. They allowed people to walk on the bridge, so we went there that day and walked over the bridge, which you can see my video about that one as well if you want to. So here's the the only exit from the Gene Snyder freeway. Well, this is Gene Snyder from I-71 to the bridge. There's only one exit onto Highway 42, and that was the bridge we saw when we came out of the tunnel there. So you only got one chance before you have to go to Indiana here. So Interstate 65 bridges are tolled bridges as well, and they cost $4. So that says no toll on that one. It's just testing because they were just before they actually started the toll, you could drive on it free of charge. So it's going to be tolled for 50 years. Yep. So we got to go through the tunnels again here. Louisville and Jeffersonville have another unique bridge. It's an old train bridge, the Big Four Bridge, and it's actually next to the Lincoln Bridge, um, and you can walk. They turned it into a pedestrian bridge some years back, and you can walk across it. And there's a park on both ends. Yeah, so back into the tunnels here. Very well lit tunnels. Surprisingly enough, right now I have no video walking across the Big Four Bridge. So that is a really old bridge. It's got great history to it. It's hadn't been a train bridge. I'm not sure when it quit being a train bridge, but it's been a long time. But it's really neat that they were able to preserve it and make it a walk bridge. So there we can see the Lewis and Clark Bridge again. So I'm just going to drive up here onto the other side of the bridge to the exit onto Old Salem Road. They call it International Drive on this one sign, and then River Ridge on the other sign once you get into Indiana. But it's Old Salem Road, and it'll take you to Utica. Or if you keep going north, you end up in the industrial park they put in the old Indiana Army ammunition powder plant. They're going to Charlestown, where the Amazon Fulfillment Center is. So, yeah, I guess there's still a crane there from something. I just noticed that. I appreciate you guys watching my video. I'll put links in the description box of my other bridge videos that I spoke about. Yep, here we are back in Indiana.